We're live.
We're
Here.
live.
We are here, man. Wow. December 17. That's it. It's over. 2025.
I was going to say,
Right?
this is our official, is this our official Christmas show? I guess we don't, I mean, you definitely got the, the Christmas theme going on. I don't know if some of the content we probably could have gone a little more Christmassy for, but you're bringing the holiday cheer with that
Yeah.
scarf sway. So I think it makes up for it.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I mean, it's never too late. Right? I mean, I'm usually the one very much like Halloween, right? I figure things out the last minute. So my wife really has to like drag and push me to like set up lights and do Christmas decorations. I'm like, I still want to figure out what's the new image model. I want to spend hours creating stuff. There's no time for Christmas.
I want to decorate the digital tree using the new image models. I don't have time to do this in real life. I've got to figure out how to do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Do you guys go pretty big with the Christmas decorations?
Well, I mean, not super big, right? We're not like competing against the neighbors or anything like that.
You're not one of those blocks that just shuts down the city and like.
Oh no!
You know, goes all out?
No! Oh no! Like no, I will never be one of those. I'm just way too like lazy for that kind of thing. You know,
dude, it's
you
a
would
lot
think,
of work.
right? It is. It is, and it's pretty dangerous being up there like 12 feet high on a ladder. And it's like it's only my wife holding. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
dude. My wife owns a salon, and we've been doing like movie nights at her salon with the projector, which has been really fun. But on Sunday night, we watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which like maybe top of the list for me, like out of Christmas movies, which we've got a bunch we love, but like one of my all-time favorites. You know, always watched it as a kid growing up. And one of her employees was there. And it was really funny because she had never seen it, which I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Like get to experience it with somebody for the first time. But the thing I didn't anticipate, which was kind of funny, was she was so stressed out the entire time. And I'm so used to it, right? Like I've seen the movie, I know where it's going to go, that I don't have that reaction. It's more just like nostalgic and laughter and like catching all the little things I probably missed in the past. But she was very stressed out and quite anxious because of the movie. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense if you don't know where this is going, that you would be that way. But
well, you know what? I haven't seen classic. It, so
dude, put that on the list. You're gonna laugh your ass off, Sway. It's an all-time classic.
Yeah, my go-to is usually Groundhog Day. I love watching that film over and over and over. See what I did there?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you watch it during Christmas though, or you watch it on Groundhog Day?
Both. But more during Christmas with the kiddos. It's just like the typical, you know, all the Santa Claus movies and Home Alone. A lot of Home Alone.
Dude, the other
and It's
Christmas
a Wonderful Life too
is Scrooged. Do you ever watch Scrooge with Bill Murray?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yes.
Dude. Another all-time classic, and some of the art direction in that is like so good and so rad. I specifically think about like they've got like the Ghost of Christmas Past, which is like this crazy reaper. But there's a scene where Bill Murray kind of like opens up his cloak, and there's just all these terrifying little creatures like trapped inside of his rib cage. But just like little stuff like that, I'm like, man, they really the art department really killed it on that.
Dude, you just reminded me, speaking of Bill Murray, a long time ago in the land far, far away called Miami, I was doing some freelance like second cam shooting for this like pilot for a reality show of like it was rock stars meets golf. And one of the principal actors involved in there wasn't Bill Murray. It was Bill Murray's brother in there. So yes. I got to meet him and some other people that were from, I don't know if it was like AC/DC. I forget the band. There was band members from one of those bands, like the drummer or something like that. He was involved, and it was like following these guys around, like, and they were just like figuring it out as they went. Never end up going anywhere. I don't even think the guy was able to sell it. But what an experience, man, being on a golf course all day, just like running, gun, and shooting there. I was there with one of my closest friends. Like, it was surreal. It was surreal. So the guy never paid us. I remember that.
Not cool.
So
not cool.
Not cool.
Sounds like a trip, dude. Bill Murray's brother is actually in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So
oh, is he? There you go.
Shout out Bill Murray's brother. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, he was cool. He was a cool dude. So in case he hears this, just send money my way. You know, so I was there.
Still owe me.
You still owe me, dude. Yeah. So what's going on? So like this Christmas is ending hard with all like these AI updates and stuff. Runways dropping stuff. Flux is dropping stuff. Like Black Forest Labs. OpenAI just dropped their image model 1.5. So I still haven't had time to experiment with that. But I do see some cool things happening there, and people forming already opinions and the usual. And you go to the space and people are comparing models versus models and doing all these like A/B testings and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot now. What have you been experimenting with?
So yeah, dude, there is a lot. Like every other week, right? There's just like new things dropping constantly, new things coming out. I mean, the main thing I've been exploring and experimenting with, which I guess we have a exciting announcement around this way that we can share, is we've both been added to the creator program for Flora AI, florafauna.ai, which is an incredible new sort of node-based workflow. They refer to it as an intelligent canvas. Mm-hmm. And, very similar to like other node-based tools people might be familiar with, Comfy UI or Fuser. Runway's got their workflows built in now. They bring all of the models together. They bring all of the capabilities together in this new, as they're calling it, like an intelligent canvas. I was just kind of like, we just recently got onboarded. So like still checking things out, learning the basics, getting familiar with the platform, which they've got a ton of great kind of docs and materials on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, one of the lines from their homepage that stuck out to me is like, what was it? New mediums require a new canvas. And that's really what they're all about, is building like this intelligent canvas. And I think they're doing some stuff that really leverages this idea of almost like a fig jam, or an infinite canvas, but brings it together with the incredible capabilities of these node-based workflows. So yeah, dude, we've just been sort of like experimenting with that. I know you've been doing a lot with it. So yeah, dude, we're stoked on that, stoked to partner with them, and stoked to like, we're always sort of experimenting and figuring out like the new tools, but it feels like we have a partner now where it's like, okay, let's go all in on this and like, let's really build out, our workflows, but ultimately like our business around this tool, because they've like created a really awesome opportunity to do that.
Yeah. And we already started incorporating this tool with the project that we can't talk about right now, but it's been really the experience there is it just works, it works. And I've been building all sorts of workflows, and it's just the little things, like being able to share my canvas and co-create together, or being able to copy and paste, one workflow into like another workflow without like, is literally all I'm doing is Command C, Command V on the next tab. And it's like just simple little things where you can save a workflow and bring it up, right? It's just there stored in the memory, and you bring it up. So like if you have a specific pipeline that's already worked for you for a specific use, well, you can repurpose that. And no longer are you like node wrangling and trying to like start from zero. No, it's like you're working smarter now. And I love it that, they've been around for a while now. So their tool is just getting better and better over time, and they are listening, and we are in their comms, and they're weekly, almost weekly, they host workshops with their creators in their creator program, and they also bring new users. I was in one of their workshops this week, and I just learned a lot as well. So we'll show you guys some of the stuff that that we've been working on. And just quickly before we dive into like the spotlight, I just want to show you their website.
Yeah, great call.
So one of the things for those who are new to like node-based workflows is that this kind of visual programming could be intimidating, and it was for me months ago, right? When I started messing around with like Comfy UI and then like Weavy, Fuser, and like that sort of thing. But then everything started clicking as soon as like, oh, you're just connecting things and you're literally programming it. It's a cause and effect. When you see it that way and you start stacking and you really break this linear way of creating and you start expanding your horizons and like you're literally building your own like ecosystems and workflows, is like you'll see the true power. It's not the ultimate way of doing things, but for the most part, at least for the kind of work that you and I are doing, like, you know, you do a lot of product packaging, a lot of brand and design, and I've been doing that sort of thing as well. It just works for that kind of thing. So anything from like visual effects and all these things that are mentioned, you can do inside there. So that's pretty neat. You have access to all these tools. So again, today we're going to be talking about Flux 2, OpenAI 1.5, and what's the other model that we mentioned today? And you
Runway.
Yeah, I don't know if the new Runway model's in there. I don't think so. But those two models, and I was experimenting also with One dropped their image model, new image model as well. I think it's 2.5. I was testing that as well. So it's like they're on it, right? So as soon as there's an announcement, next day they're dropping the model inside the canvas. So that's cool, right? So if you're a tinkerer, you like to experiment, this is a really cool platform to try. So enough about that. We'll show you some workflows in a bit. Let's talk about some artists, you know, some works that we've been, you know, discovering and finding as inspiration.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Let me pull up some stuff to share here. You got my screen now?
I see it.
Cool. So, I mean, kind of staying on the Flora front, again, getting onboarded to the platform, getting onboarded to the community, been just kind of like going through and seeing what some of the other creators in their program are doing, you know, and just found some really cool stuff. This one, just love the, you know, kind of unique illustrative style, and then experimenting with like, okay, what if we turn this into a commercial? So Acdag. I'm not even going to pronounce the first name.
Gizm. Sorry.
Gizm. Pretty rad stuff though. And again, just kind of showcasing the workflows here, you know, like building out these various
really
stills and then creating like a little short out of it. Pretty dope.
It looks like she's pulling, because there's like a style reference there. I think she's pulling from Midjourney and then plugging her outputs inside Flora to either animate in Hailu or just create different angles and variations.
Really. Dude, another exciting feature about Flora, which again, we'll do a full demo at some point, but you can actually have trained styles. You can have LoRa's within Flora and then connect them to your custom workflows. So just like getting even better, more consistent results. Raphael Torang, really dope piece. Feels like an old kind of like 8mm film.
Love it.
Burning horse in front of a church. I love just like surreal images like this that are just so loaded, but like so open-ended at the same time. So thought that piece was really dope. Aaron did some really cool generating a bunch of stuff in this sort of semi-translucent kind of like frosted glass style. And again, I'm sure, maybe leveraging, right, some sort of image reference with a context-aware model like Nano Banana Pro, and then creating some really cool outputs. People
Oh,
doing
nice.
rad sort of like POV stuff. Max Vow here. Yeah, dude, just
Cool.
like killer stuff. Little dystopian drive through there.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, this is something I haven't experimented with, but Nano Banana Pro inside Flora is extremely precise in extracting hex colors, a new milestone. Like, again, like the branding applications, that's where my brain always goes. Thinking about this is really, really exciting to be able to like, dude, if I can automate sort of like creating brand guidelines, which I think, the tools are probably already there. I just need to figure out the workflows. I'll be very stoked for that because I hate doing the manual process. And then wanted to shout out Veronica G here, who was showcasing some really cool, like abstract kind of geometric image renders she was doing. But I was looking through her feed, and she's a UX designer. So she's like generating this stuff, but then integrating it into these beautiful template sites that she's building. So again, really, man, it's fun to see like people take these tools and just leverage it as sort of like an ingredient in this broader thing that you're making. And this really seems to be that like Flora is positioning themselves as like they want to be the tool for sort of like professional creatives, right? And they sort of tout this on the homepage. You've got like iconic studios like Pentagram who are using their tools. So this is very much in line with like that goal, and just seeing people like, generate stuff, but then integrate that as an ingredient in their sort of like broader creative workflow, where it's like, yeah, she's essentially just creating these kind of background icon elements that she's integrating into a site, but like, leverage these incredible new tools for that stuff.
That's awesome.
So some rad stuff there. Yeah, some things I was kind of checking out from the Flora community. And then we'll hop over to Instagram. I mean, I've got some Cisco Sway in here. I'll save that so you can talk about it. But you output some killer pieces this week. But dude, absolutely love this. So HSN RGB. But dude, like this idea of right, a different future, a different reality where we built apartments into the Sphinx, and he's just got this incredible urban scape featuring the Sphinx with what looks like little urban apartments built into it. Super fun. Rad. Yeah, so some cool stuff there. What were some other pieces I was looking at this week? Some cool like analog collage stuff. Trill Murray. I love a mix of, right? It doesn't have to be all AI. Go out and see what analog artists are doing and the kind of themes and ideas they're exploring. So, I think there was another piece. Where was it? I don't know. All sorts of rad stuff in here. Some kind of like crazy abstract animations. Verinaut looks like a cell forming. Touch Designer looks like his house was like... dude, which that seems like a whole
it's like
we have yet to explore, but some really cool possibilities. So yeah, that's some of the stuff I was checking out this week that was stoked and inspired by.
Really great, man. Well, I want to share some stuff too. And I was sharing this. I shared this with you. I think it was yesterday. Shout out to Perfect Loop.
Oh, yeah.
This is not the first time we spotlight his work, and I just thought this was amazing. Um, don't think it's AI, but just having that Running Man there
Yeah.
with a montage of like, all these different transcripts in the background, and
It's all in the
insane.
concept, It's like such a simple, unique idea, and then just like executed perfectly.
Yeah. I wonder. I was like, every time I watch, I appreciate the piece for what it is, but I'm also, as a person who's also technically inclined, like I try to break down and reverse engineer, like how did he do this? So did he actually rotoscope like frame by frame, someone actually running and use it as a reference, and then overlaid the shapes on it. Yeah, I thought that was a really neat visual, and I could just watch this for minutes and, play music to it. I was like, yeah, it's a pretty rad piece.
Yeah. Killer.
So, yeah. Also, there's this one from this Abubakar. He dropped this piece right here, which has me questioning whether it's AI or real, right?
It's always a good sign. Oh, you're not sharing.
Yeah, I'm not sharing.
It's not that no.
Oh, let me share. 1 second. Sorry, guys.
When you switched, you switched.
Yeah, I pressed the cancel button. Here we go. 1 second. Going to share. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Abubakar. This video popped into my feed. Can you hear it?
Yep.
So it was like really neat. Yeah, really cool shot.
Yeah.
Looping video. I think it is
Wes Anderson vibes, like
totally.
the overhead shot with the framing, and then the shot of the heads going back and forth. Love it.
Yeah, the super Alfred Hitchcock too. I think he did that in Strangers on a Train, if not mistaken. There's this really popular shot where he has the people watching tennis just looking left, all together in unison left, right, and it's such a cool visual.
Okay.
So we'll look for that and show that some other time. Another piece that I enjoyed today, this is more like a profile shout out. Let me share this tab instead. Here we go. Is SX commercial, SES. And I just think overall, his grid is insane. And how I discovered this profile was with this post here specifically, which he posted 2 weeks ago. And these are just images, right? It's just the absurdity of having this sort of action inside a living room space, and tied to the culture, is just insane. It's insane. So
we got great use of that, that flash photography style too. Of Terry Richardson, which was I'm still around and still active, but definitely at the height of popularity, kind of like mid 2000s, and that was very much like his aesthetic.
Yeah, dude. I was speaking of
the jet in the background.
Oh no, that's sick.
So good. Just those little details. Yeah, stuff that man, it just feels like a snapshot. And I love when people again, combining the lo-fi aesthetic with AI technology produces incredible results.
Is insane. It's just high quality images, but again, it has that lo-fi aesthetic, as you said, with the flash photography, and it's just mixed with everything, right? Just it just makes it exotic, right? So especially to Western viewers, so it's
whoa,
something special about that.
Dude,
She
that's
found
sick.
that Toyota, was it Land Cruiser,
Yeah.
on a
Tank
tractor?
cruiser now.
Tank Cruiser. Look at that. Yeah, I've been wanting to
Great
do
stuff.
something like this. I'm like, man, it inspires me so much. And speaking of flash photography, this weekend, my cousin asked me if I could take pictures of her daughter's. Her daughter got proposed, right? So they did this whole
nice.
So that did this whole engagement. It wasn't a ceremony; it was just like an engagement party, I guess. So I was they had me there sneaking the house. My second cousin didn't know I was there, and her boyfriend was doing this whole slideshow presentation. Everything was leading up to him like finally proposing, getting on his knees, asking, for to marry her and stuff. As soon as she said yes, I popped out of nowhere. But they did this in the backyard, so there was like literally no light. So I took my camera, right? So this is the camera I was using. I was using a smaller lens because I was actually doing some flash photography, right? And I couldn't use this lens, which I love, because this wide lens over here casts a really nasty shadow. So didn't want that
off-camera flash.
Yeah, so I had like a little pancake 50 millimeter lens, a 25 millimeter lens. Got some wonderful shots, and when it was time to take pictures of the ring, it wasn't a fancy setup, right? Everyone was kind of like celebrating. I took the ring and placed it on the kitchen counter, and I was like wishing I had a like a macro lens, or I have a macro lens adapter. I don't have a macro lens, so I can literally put like my telephoto lens on the macro lens adapter, and they really get like close-up shots. I didn't have that, didn't bring that with me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to take the best shots I could, and I did, and they were okay. But literally what I did after that, I took those pictures inside Nano Banana and started creating all sorts of like macro shots for the ring, and they came out perfect, dude, as if like sick. I was there taking them. So that's
Nano
the
Banana
way.
Is your macro lens.
That it is my macro lens. You give it some good reference pictures and it produces the thing that you're looking for. So that's cool that you get to have, if you're a person that actually does this for a living, you're out there shooting, doing video photography, it kind of puts you at ease. It's kind of like the whole fix it in post. It was like, yeah, totally. I'm a nano it in post kind of thing, It
takes some pressure off.
Oh, for sure. So that was fun doing that. And I think that's it as far as like who I want to spotlight. Cool. Can I show you this?
What you got?
This video over here.
Oh, yes. As I told you, this was giving me PTSD from my skating and longboarding days, which, got some serious road rash. And this is just like, you went full cheese grater.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You went full cheese grater on this poor man.
On his face. And you'll see it right now. It's 20 seconds. I did two versions of this. One, it's I did one version inside Flora, inside Flora, and I was using a lot of image references and stuff to create different angles of this man who you don't see his face. And then I created another version of this, something very similar but with more people, but straight like text to video using Runway's Gen 4.5. But this is what I did inside Flora, and I'm going to show you this. And I'm going to show you like the workflow, which is like pretty simple and straightforward. Oh, God.
This is gone. Love the audio, too.
Yeah. It was a quick little video.
It really does cause like a visceral reaction in me. Like I can feel it. I can feel it on my face, and I don't know that I like it.
Well, I like it. I like
Yeah.
it, and it was just fun playing with this and try to get different angles. And I was having a little bit of a challenge because a lot of the image models were giving me like content moderation. Do you really didn't want to produce images of like faces being pancakes crushed on a sidewalk?
Yep.
And I'll show you guys the workflow real quick and a couple of shots that didn't make it. Yeah, so I had to find all sorts of workaround, and I actually came across that specific shot of the dude by mistake. By mistake. This is what I actually wanted. The image models weren't producing it for me because I guess you know maybe it's too violent or whatever. But one of the image models ended up producing it, but through like some other reference. And literally what I did is like it came from this shot over here.
Oh, okay.
So what I did is this is a shot that was generated, an image that was generated, I think, in Nano Banana, and then animated in Kling. And what I did is I took this shot and brought it over to Kling '01, and where it understands the context of what's happening inside the video. Yep. And what it did is the prompt was create a close-up profile of the shot on one of the subjects, face facing down the street. And it did just that. Obviously, the subject is not in the original video, but it was that moment. It was like, aha, that's the shot I was been looking for this whole time. Yep. And at first, it created this, which I thought was a cool shot too, but not exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And to work around, like I wasn't able to reproduce this again. So what I did is took it to Premiere, extracted the first frame, and then used Seed Dream because Nano Banana wasn't really helping me out. Used Seed Dream to like create different angles, and from Seed Dream I took it to Kling, and then ended up getting the shots that I was looking for. But it was really struggling just to get the shots that I wanted, and but I was very happy with the results. So, and here's some shots that didn't make it, and really wasn't looking. These weren't the action I was looking for, but this is hilarious, so I kept them.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, this is
Dude,
another one.
I would be terrified if I saw that coming down the street.
These guys are. This one is okay.
I mean, that's a rad shot, but yeah, not what you wanted. Looks like a great dramatic kind of action scene, though.
One of the cool things. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
One of the cool things that I like that inside what they call it blocks, but inside your nodes, you're able to have like history, your generation history, so you can just click here and then go to, previous gens.
Dude, that alone is such a game changer and like cleans up your canvas. Because I would just write like version on version on version.
Yeah.
Because I like to work. I'm sure everybody does, like in an iterative nature. So just having it sort of like layered like that is so nice and such a great feature.
Yeah, and as soon as you duplicate the shot, that history disappears. So if I duplicate this, it's not there anymore. So you can start clean. With this, so this I can either keep iterating on it on another video model or just do whatever I want. So that's neat. That history is available for both video and images. So yeah, again, super simple, but there's a lot of stuff that I deleted that are not there, but I end up getting what I wanted.
Dude, even I see you've got like some of these grouped, right? Like being able to group stuff and then move it around all together, like that alone really is neat. Like, that's what I was saying. It feels like they're really tapped into like the node-based workflow, yes, but taking some of the functionality of these kind of like infinite canvases, or something like an Adobe Illustrator, which is like, that's what I'm used to. That's kind of like my home base where I'm like, okay, I can sort of like move and arrange things and function in a similar way to some of those like, professional creative tools that I'm used to. So Flora is doing a great job of kind of merging those two worlds together.
It's good that you brought up the groups, because at first I wasn't using them. I'm kind of like a mad scientist, and I kind of lose myself when I start iterating too much, and then I'm like, what? Where did I even start? Like, where did I even end? So now this adds a little bit of structure to everything, and then you're able to rename these groups, save the groups. So say this is the perfect workflow, and you see yourself using this over and over in different kinds of works. You can save that group, and now it's saved here inside your groups folder, your my groups. So if you title it, you'll know where to go to. So I've been using that with angles and a bunch of other stuff here and other projects where I'm able to just like, drag and drop these groups and make them reappear on different workflows. So that's always fun.
Yep.
And you can also just generate all like in one shot. If you run you can run your generations in a group. Yeah. With that click button right there. So really cool.
Great stuff.
All right. So I want to show you one more thing, because I've been having way, way, way too much fun. So I'm helping, I've mentioned this before. I'm helping my cousin who has a taco restaurant in producing food product shots. So she's sending me iPhone pictures of certain dishes, and also like professionally shot pictures of certain things in specific combos and menus, stuff in her menu. Sometimes you want a variation when you post your content online. Organic content sells, right? People really want to see how realistic that taco, that sandwich looks like. And every now and then you want to sprinkle the Instagram with some like high production commercial like shots, and that's kind of like what I've been doing for her. So these are some of the shots that she sent me of this birria sandwich, where I was able to do like these lifestyle kind of shots of it, and super delicious. And
So
she's
good.
able to run it either run ads on it, or just do like this very small campaign or post for them.
Yeah, dude. Something I wanted to like double click on with this is like, I've branded a bunch of restaurants. I've worked with a bunch of restaurants, like some that have won like Eater Awards, Restaurant of the Year. Even at that level, like it's so rare that a restaurant would be able to sort of afford and take the time to like do a professional shoot of their menu, right? You've got to prepare all the meal. You've got to close down your restaurant. You've got to have a photographer come in. You probably got to modify stuff to where it's like not the actual food, but it photographs well. So again, like one of the things that you and I are most excited about, and the way we're trying to leverage these tools, is like bring these capabilities that would typically be way out of scope and way out of reach for like small and independent businesses, allow them to have like what feels like a beautiful professionally produced photo shoot of their product. Because I mean, dude, look at the difference of the image on the left and the image of the right, and imagine now that like what this is going to do for her restaurant, uploading these photos to her Google page, running social ads with it, like an absolute game changer. So I just wanted to call that out. And like all the people, right, like all the like AI negativity and the bias and all this stuff, it's like there's another side to this. There's an empowerment side of this. We can use this to uplift individuals, uplift small businesses that would like typically, like, we're not stealing a job from a professional food photographer. That was never going to happen. Instead, we're bringing the capabilities to a small business that would never have them. So like this is just a perfect example of it. And like seeing you share this like gets me fired up. I'm like, this is now available to these small independent restaurants. Like, let's use it to uplift these businesses.
Absolutely. I was telling my wife yesterday, I was like, look at all these crazy shots that I'm producing. Food photographers should be like trembling, right? If they're not embracing AI, they should be concerned, right? And should be rethinking and like how they're going to approach their business moving forward. Because now people like me who see the potential and want to take over like the whole city with this kind of content, like I'm going after you, right? I'm going after you, but it's don't get it twisted, right? It's not just throwing a picture and voila, you get the dish, that pretty food product shot. It's like there is some art direction involved. There is relationship. You need to build those relationship with those restaurant owners, right? You need to build the trust. You need to build the confidence. You're saving them money, yes. You got them there, but you also need to provide the value. And this is the conversation I was having with my wife. It's like I still need those reference pictures, and the better the reference pictures are, the better the output. The better the output will be. So that tells me I still need to go there with my camera. I rather get a shot that with a reference picture that has 40 megapixels than a reference picture of like 12 megapixels, because that gives more information to the model, right? Yep. It's sharper, more high quality, then that the results will be better. So I still want to go in. I still want to do very simple little setups, in and out, because I know that I'm going to expand on it once I start introducing AI to these images.
Yeah, dude. And on that note, the way you're sort of elevating a very simple shoot, right? Like imagine what that professional food photographer could do if they implement these same tools, right? And these capabilities. It's like, oh, you make full on commercials now. That's what I always tell people. I'm like, do your craft, do your thing, but take it to the next level. Build higher complexity outputs. Like if you're already, right, you're going from like here to here. If somebody's here, like take it all the way to here. Just like take it to the next level, add complexity, add more value, because that's ultimately like that's what these tools unlock.
Exactly. So really happy with the results here. Just to show you real quick, this is the reference image, which still is low quality, but the cool thing is that it's good enough for Gemini 2.5 to extract information from. And from that information, I'm able to create a prompt inside Claude. And with that prompt, then I send it to Nano Banana to create the shot. So, being very detailed with me wanting like Mexican tiles in the background, like in ceramic pottery and plants. And you obviously need to have your info on the foods and stuff. The more you know, the better, right? So this is not just like a one shot.
You're composing an image in your mind,
totally,
and then prompting for it. So again, like visualization is so important.
Very, very. So doing all of that. Don't mind me over here. And then, so that's kind of like the lifestyle stuff that I was doing for her. And then here I started doing in like the levitating floating product. And because all of these things has its different use cases, so very happy with this chicken taco, how it came out. Images that you can hand over to a graphic designer, an illustrator like you, and just to do work some magic,
Yep.
Okay. And yeah, dude. So you guys are going to be hungry today.
Yeah, it's working. I'm hungry.
So that's stuff. Really, really happy with that, and more of this to come. So we're going to turn some of that stuff into some fun, food product videos, and that's what I'm going to be doing over the holidays.
Cool. Yeah, dude. Wanted to share a few things I'm working on in Flora. Let me pull that up. You got my screen now?
Got it.
Cool, man. So again, just kind of like getting onboarded into the platform, getting comfortable, playing around with our fun sort of claymation models, right? Which is this world we keep building. So we have little claymation Johnny and claymation Sway here with the iconic round glasses. So we've been sort of like using these character designs, inputting them into different scenes. I wanted to make something for today's show that I thought would be fun. So I had this idea of, again, it all starts with an idea and visualization, right? But I thought how fun to do sort of like, as we're right, exploring getting onboarded to Flora, you and I, as our claymation selves, laying in this beautiful field, but instead of daisies, it's like the Flora logo.
Yeah.
So I essentially started by finding like a reference image I really liked. I pulled up Gemini 3 Pro, the chat model, and essentially asked it to describe this and optimize it as a prompt, focusing on the features, not so much the styling. So I got like a good base of the prompt for that top down, photo shoot of a young man lying on his back. So I had a piece of my prompt, but then I also I use Gemini 3 Pro to extract sort of the claymation style of the existing pieces we've been doing. Again, asking it to focus specifically on the style, not the content. So that gave me a breakdown of like the overall claymation style I had. I then sort of combined those into a single prompt, connecting the image references of our claymation models into Nano Banana Pro. Again, sort of crafting a custom prompt based on this. And I got a good baseline with just us in the field with flowers, which I really like. And I then used that as kind of my new base image. And I plugged in addition, the Flora icon logo and had it change out basically the daisies to the Flora logo, which gave us like our final output. So
It's so sweet.
Yeah, man, really fun. And again, just like figuring out how to use these tools, figuring out how to like do the iterative process in a way that makes sense. It's like, okay, I'm going to get my base image first, and then I'm going to integrate like the logo icon. Like I probably could have tried to do all of that at once, but you often like overload the models when you do that. So you have to like, it's similar. I think of it as like Photoshop and kind of working in layers, right? It's like get this base image, modify this. And we get some really nice kind of final outputs. Dude, some features, some little features I wanted to call out about Flora that I absolutely loved is, in other node-based workflows, I would often have like an LLM and sort of do my generic prompt and then have it like automatically enhance it. There's this killer feature right here in Flora where you can just kind of like get your image generation model, get everything going, kind of word vomit. But instead of like having to run that through a separate LLM node, you can just hit this little enhance prompt icon right here, and it'll just automatically enhance the prompt you already have in there, which is awesome. I'm assuming this is sort of like model context aware, so it optimizes it for that, which is really, really nice. Do the other thing, I'll just throw a couple images in here just to kind of showcase this. I was working on a friend actually wants a Roadrunner tattoo, so I was messing around with that. So grab some kind of image references. But again, man, it's the simple stuff that I really like. So I can just drag and drop images into the canvas. Then hitting this auto format grid, like, dude, just that stuff makes all the difference for me, right? And it's those little features where I'm like, the technology, the application disappears, and I can just get into a flow, start making stuff. And it's just kind of like second nature to get all this stuff set up. So I think they're doing a great job with that and just making it to where, right, the tech kind of disappears and you're just in your creative process.
Yeah. I wonder if there's I think there's like a keyboard shortcut for that. I wonder.
Oh, I'm sure there is. They seem to have a lot of nice keyboard shortcuts in there. So again, you can group right here. So yeah, man, good stuff.
Really neat.
Really enjoying it so far. Here's another one I was kind of playing with. I haven't showed you yet. But yeah, man, fun stuff.
If you click F, it does full screen.
Oh, there we go. Thanks for that keyboard shortcut, Sway.
Yeah, I'm often looking at their shortcuts here to kind of like drill it into my head just to work faster. But really, really cool, man, what you're able to do in there. And I have one more example here. I'm continuing to expand this alien character, right? That started inside Runway, and I'm often hopping between Runway and like Flora. So it really depends on my mood, right? But since I've been using,
that's the thing about aliens, they go between dimensions, right?
they do, and I guess that means I'm an alien too, like what you just did right now with the Roadrunner. That's kind of like what I did with all my reference models for the alien over here. His name is Ari. With Ari, so threw it over here so I can use it for all sorts of things. Wanted him dressed up for Christmas over here, wearing the Greenville Triumph jersey, and here's another medium shot of that.
Love it.
And just grabbed assets from online, Christmas hat, jacket over here, and the pants.
That's a look, bro. The Christmas pajamas with the leather jacket and the Santa hat.
Yeah, that's the vibe right there. And right here, I wanted to create, several shots of him in front of the Unity. This is like Unity Park in Greenville, South Carolina, and I wanted him posing in front of it. So created several poses here, and I thought that was fun. And from these poses, when you create a grid like this, especially if it's very simple and it's just like very, you're gonna use the same background, same environment. All you want is just the character posing in different ways, doing different actions. This is a very fun and easy way to save your tokens, because I'm generating 9 images instead of 1, right? Then I could I can extract, right? I can be very specific. Either I extract them all or I extract one of my favorite ones. So in this case, I extracted.
What specifically is your prompt there? Give a 3x3 grid containing. Okay.
Yeah. So it's really simple. In a 3x3 grid, show this character in different angles, keeping the same random dance poses, natural lighting, match the environment, add shadows. Right. So I'm constantly adding the whole add natural lighting and shadows. So I really don't want them to look too 3D. I want them to actually feel real. So I for example, here, this one, it's not the best image. I would often prefer a more sharper image, but I don't like what it did with the logo, but I do like the wrinkles on a shirt and just things that add to more of a natural
realism.
The realism, right? So same thing here with this Freedom Tower over here, just different poses. We got three hands here. Got snuck in.
Whoa!
I was very happy with the results over here.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, so I did a post for that, and here's where I first started experimenting with the grid, and I started extracting, trying to find the perfect prompt to get the extraction, because sometimes. So you look at this prompt over here. So I'm telling a Gemini Nano Banana to analyze the reference image, this one, which is a 3x3 grid. The output has to be a single full frame image, not the grid, not the mosaic, not the collage. Its task is to recreate the specific. I know what happened here, but it's the specific angle, the specific. What would you call it? Grid selection area that I wanted to generate, and it does just that. So what I've seen work very well is if you, at first I started prompting, okay, select the bottom row, middle column, and then I started experimenting with, okay, select the 3.6 of this grid, or the 3.5 or 3.9, and it will often do a better job when you prompt it that way. So these are one of my earlier experiments. There's other ones where I was able to get better results using that specific workflow. So tons of experimenting going on there with my alien.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Greenville.
Let's go. Okay, Greenville. So to end with Flora, I have a little thing that we can collaborate in, a little exercise, a little fun little exercise we can collaborate it on, and you're gonna like it. I believe you're gonna like
dude.
it. So
And this is like one of the most exciting features to me that we have yet to explore. So I guess we'll do it here live. But collaborative canvases like you would see in Figma or Miro, or Adobe totally missed the boat on this entire collaborative thing. But the fact that Flora has these collaborative workspaces now is an absolute game changer, because with our powers combined in sort of one canvas and riffing off of like elements that each other is making, dude, it just like unlocks so many possibilities. It's like getting the band together in one room to jam. Magic happens.
Yeah, I discovered this feature this week when I was doing their workshop for the new users, and we all collaborated together. I can see I invited you there, and we're going to show the viewers us collaborating. I can see Patrick here already. So Patrick, you can hop on screen, that way people can see you. So,
where does this invite come from?
It's in the studio chat on Riverside.
Oh, okay. Got too many chats.
Too many. So, like I was saying, it was like at least 20 of us inside this like canvas. They gave us reference images. We all picked our little spots in the canvas and started creating our workflows. And it was just fun seeing everyone create at the same time. And that's what we're going to do here, us three. Patrick is already in the canvas. And the assignment is really simple. Your job, I don't know if Johnny, if you're in already or not.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like in the Riverside chat. I can see the link, but once I click on the chat, there's nothing in there.
Let me
here. Text it to me.
I'm going to send it via Slack.
Slack.
Un segundo.
What up, Patrick?
All right. So I sent you the invite via Slack. Now, our job here, and this is a trend that's been happening where people have been like recreating the production sets for the album covers. And since we're in the holiday spirit, our job is to look for a Christmas album, doesn't matter of any genre, and recreate it using this prompt. You can expand on it. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure you change the subject's name here. And the prompt is, let me show you some examples. I took this Ronnie Dio album, right? This was my first experiment. I was really trying to figure out. I didn't copy and paste something I found on X. I was just like, I want to figure it out on my own. Right, so... and the prompt is really simple using Gemini, Nano Banano. Take this album cover, recreate the photo shoot, set on how it was achieved, show camera crew, studio, lighting, cameras, and the main subject posing similar to the album. The subject is Ronnie Dio. This is the album cover. It was too big. This is the album cover, and this is the result.
So good.
Yeah. So did several outputs there. I did this one right here, which maybe there's like one that did it really well. This one right here.
Yeah.
So
dude, that's rad.
Here's really where you're using like Nano Banana's full capability, where it also functions as an LLM and understands the context and knows what Ronnie Dio is. So it's scraping, extracting all that information from the internet, right, and adding to the image. So who else did I do that with? Oh, here we go. We have Weird Al, because no one ever does Weird Al Yankovic, right? So even worse, here's parroting the Michael Jackson's Bad. Right.
Yep.
Even worse. And it did a really good job,
So we need to grab an album cover.
Grab an album cover, drag it in here, pick a spot. You can use this prompt or not use this prompt. And you got 5 minutes to make something. And we could show the people how.
I'm on it.
All right. So if you guys are watching, and just be a little patient and you get to see what we come up with. All right. So I have an image, and I'm going to be doing most of the talking because, while you guys are searching, I don't want to bore the people. I don't want to bore the people. I have this image over here. So you guys could tune me out. And we're going to mess with this. We're going to go to my corner. We can't see Patrick's corner, unfortunately. And we won't be able to see Johnny's corner. But we got the Christmas rap album with Run DMC. Derek B, Spider D, Sweet T. we're gonna try to generate. Let's duplicate this prompt. We don't have to, but for the sake of visuals, we're gonna keep this here. So the reference is the album, and the prompt is this. So let's get rid of this over here. So we're gonna take this album cover, recreate it, recreate the photo, shoot set. And how it was achieved, let's see. We're going to connect this to, let's do 3 different versions. We're going to do Nano Banana. We're going to do it, keep it as a 1x1. We're going to duplicate this because I want to create also inside Flux 2 Max. Okay. And we're going to use the OpenAI. Oh my God, I keep messing this up. OpenAI is a new image model as well. It's somewhere in here. Hey, what you doing here?
Shh. Just going to borrow this real quick.
All right, here you go. You are allowed. All right, so we have 3 image models over here. There's one more thing left that we have to do. We have to connect this album covers to each model so it can use as a reference. So now it has the prompt and the image reference. And I will select all and execute, run all. And now we wait. This one is Flux, is moving pretty fast. Let's see.
Oh, it's a speed test too.
This is a speed test, yeah.
Let's see what we got.
You guys are cooking something? You guys are...
I got a little something cooking.
Oh man, you fast.
I'm not doing 3 cooking. Image models. Dude, this is... that one is great.
This is fun.
Yeah.
All right, almost got it. No, actually, yeah, it was okay job. Did an okay job. This is Nano Banana. 1K resolution, so not the best resolution. Okay, this is Flux 2. I think more accurate to the actual image, the reference image.
Yep.
Okay, got the
interesting that kind of like yellow filter it put on everything.
And this is OpenAI's 1.5.
Nice.
All right, let's run it one more time and see what happens, and we'll check out what these other guys are doing. Yours is still running?
Yep.
Patrick, where are you?
I'm way up in the corner over there.
Gucci Mane.
I got the East Atlanta Santa.
ATL, shorty. All right.
East Atlanta Santa. I'm not familiar. I better check this out.
It is okay.
All right, I'm going to look. Oh, here we go.
I've got one that's not a Christmas album, but I want to do anyway.
What happened here? This lady got big shoes. This is Flux. Yeah, Flux and OpenAI is not doing great with this test. And well, Nano Banana either didn't do so well. I think the first gens were better. Let's see how this is doing.
Think about the credits you could burn through when like you're not only running like multiple workflows, but multiple people in one canvas?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, I don't think you guys are using my credits. I hope not.
No, I think
No,
it had me like connect my own.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So that's it.
I got something here, Sway.
Let's go.
We got the Beach Boys Christmas album, iconic cover, and perfect for this exercise because it's definitely in a photo studio. There we have.
Yeah, it did all right. It did all right.
Yeah.
Not exactly the same, but it did okay.
Dude, look at that cool. Sorry, go back to that. Sway.
Going
Look at
back.
that cool little robot in the corner. I mean, it's just like stereo.
Oh,
equipment
yeah.
off to the left. That's
really
fun.
neat. Yeah. I wonder what it really is. Is it a robot or is it like some sort of
No, it's just equipment, but I
generator
just see a robot
thingy?
face.
It does have a robot face.
And then I had to do Beastie Boys.
No, you had to.
You know, because it's just such a good photo. So what does that one look like?
Cool. Yeah. Not the Beastie Boys, but
not the Beastie Boys, but I guess that's where I screwed up with my prompt. I didn't call out the individuals like you did, Sway.
Yeah, I mean, if you want better results, you want to add more to the prompt, or you can send this to like a, maybe we can throw this inside an LLM, see if it could analyze. I don't know how to spell. Analyze image. And then throw that into a prompt. Let's see here. No, it's text. Copy this, turn this into a prompt using template prompt.
Look at this guy building workflows live.
It's Saturday.
We're doing it live.
All right, 12K. I should have given it this as a reference. Let's run it one more time. Boom.
Run it again.
Boom. This is where things get a little sloppy.
Creative chaos.
All right. I don't know what this prompt is saying, but we're gonna give this a run. See if it does a better job.
What happens here?
Let's do two outputs there.
That's another great feature I wanted to call out. Being able to just like stack iterations like that and do like
you can do it. Let's see how far can we go. You can go up to I could do 14.
Oh, dude.
20 max.
Crazy now.
Nah,
don't do it.
Don't want to waste my credits.
Yeah,
let's stick to
that's
one.
a lot of credits.
Yeah, that's a lot of credits. All right, let's see. Patrick, how you doing? You need help?
I'm getting a lot of the same. Look at this. This top one is just literally the album.
It's literally the album. Okay.
And my second one's a little better. I copy and pasted yours. I'm trying to figure out, do I have to describe the scene?
That's what I tried doing. So that's a good exercise for you to do. Let's see. Try to figure that out, and I'll come back to you. And didn't do a better job at all. So yeah.
Sometimes less is more, you know?
Less is more. Yeah.
You gotta experiment, iterate.
Yeah. So the results were okay. It's a fun little. Let's go help Patrick over here. See what you're doing, Patrick. Take this album cover, recreate the photo shoot. Yeah. And I can move Patrick's stuff if I want to. I can mess it up. Patrick's working on something. I can copy, paste, and
Patrick.
Don't mess with Patrick's workflow. I can save this workflow for myself if I wanted to. I can turn this into a style. So say this is a mess, right? I can select this and just have them auto format.
Auto format. Love the auto format.
Really helpful when you have a creative madness like over here. Let's do that. Let's see. See what happens when I auto format. It's gonna probably expand like crazy. Yeah. So I can take this here on the side. Neat. Yeah, or if I don't like it, I can. Oh, one of the things you don't want to do is, or maybe it's disabled, is Command Z, right? That's not going to work when you're collaborating together because obviously there's a lot of actions happening. So
Good note.
to prevent people from undoing each other's work, that's disabled. Okay, this is not bad.
It's getting better. The cameraman.
Yeah, we got the actual car in there now.
You know what it is? You're working on with Flux. Let's switch to Nano Banana. So I'm gonna duplicate here and switch to Nano Banana, and run it.
Was it not Nano Banana?
It was Flux Dev.
Yeah, I think it defaults to Flux. So there's a little drop down there. You can choose all your models. Yeah, nice little bar they've got that is just kind of like hovers above the blocks, the nodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I changed my default model to be like Nano Banana for image, and my default to be Kling 2.5 for video. And then you can just switch here, or you can go up here in the corner.
You can change your defaults, huh, Sway?
Oh yeah.
How do you do that?
You go to settings. So I believe it's you guys can see that.
Yep.
Settings and hopefully I remember how to do this. Here it is. Default model under preferences. So
great.
Yeah, text to image, Nano Banana, image to image. I kind of leave that open. Text to video, Kling, image to video, Kling. Yeah.
Great to know.
I was really having trouble with this shot, ain't it?
The East Atlanta Santa, dude, he's elusive.
It's hard to pin down.
Yeah, sure is. I wonder if we have...
Looks like we've got one down there at the bottom that just finished. How'd that turn out? No.
That one put the album art just right in the corner too.
Yeah,
sure did.
Oh no, that's the.
Oh no, that's a reference. Yeah, I often make that mistake too. I'm like, why did it generate? All right, can't say we didn't try.
I'm trying one more. I'm gonna burn my credits here. I'm gonna end up subscribing.
Do it. Well, I really love what it did here. So Weird Al Yankovic, Bad Hair Day. Who's he trying to like?
Coolio.
Coolio, that's right. Coolio. Yep. Oh man,
yep.
Coolio.
Shout out Coolio. I think R.I.P. Coolio.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure did. So,
dude, that was great.
Yeah, it's great. Really good. So, yeah, fun little exercise. So,
great stuff. Thanks for taking us through that.
Yeah, man. Let's real quick kind of just gloss over this. Let's talk about like we messed around with. This is our first time really messing around with like a Chat GPT's 1.5 image model. So I know you can probably do more, and also with Flux 0.2x. But the cool thing about Flux is that it apparently searches the web in real time. So one of the examples that it has down here is that you can literally search for the climate, and it'll generate an image based off of that on the weather and stuff, or whatever current issues and stuff. So I don't know.
Build an app out of that.
Yep, sure can. So take trends, take whatever's happening in the space, and turn that into images. So up to 10 reference images, products, characters, blah blah blah. Number 2, artificial analysis. I don't know. So you can all you literally have to do is prompt search the internet for, and it'll do that.
Wow.
Product marketing, create highest quality, marketplace ready product photos that look polished, consistent, and professional. Really neat.
Yeah.
It's nice to have options, right? It's nice to have options. So
yeah, it's interesting. It's like I'm just processing like what that means, and it's almost like the entire internet is like real-time training data for an image model. Is that kind of what they're saying? Because that is
sounds
wild.
like it. That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably get to that point where it's just like, yeah, just gonna search for the thing that you're looking for and generate it.
Patrick, you played around with the new Chat GPT image model a bit, right?
Yeah, let me pull that up. I'm still in Flora playing with Gucci Mane.
Get any better results?
That one's still loading, but let me pull up the Chat GPT. There. I'll be
We know what
there
Patrick's doing over the Christmas break.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so basically, it looks like the image model, and I'm not sure. I didn't do a ton of stuff. I didn't know if ChatGPT was like template based before with their image model. But you could pick from templates. So I just picked this keychain template, and when I selected it, I threw in the image from today's show, and it throws in a prompt preset. And I thought that was
cool,
kind of interesting because we see a lot of these like template based image generators, but you don't always see like what the prompt is, at least from my experience. And so like it showed that, and then of course while they're testing it out, they give you two options, but they're they're pretty good. They really took the framing literally with like your legs being
yeah, dude. I like the tiny little legs,
little baby feet.
I would rock that keychain.
Yeah, but I think they're cool. And then so if we just jump back, like, so this is what
oh, that's how it looks.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is something we're seeing more and more, right? So it's like Leonardo AI is doing a lot of these kind of templates workflows. And as things like continue to get like more complex in a lot of ways, I think we'll see more and more of this consolidation where it's like, here's a template, here's a preset, apply this. And I think people are going to use those heavily. So
yeah, I think it was
fascinating.
It was Korea really encouraging the community to build out templates, and they were to like, build out the best templates and we'll give you $1,000 or something like that.
Yep.
So that's going to be the next big thing, right? Because it just helps people create things faster, right?
Dude, and that's what it is. And it's really fascinating that like you're seeing like all of these tools go through the same like cycle as, right, building websites, and then websites becoming templatized, and then like, but it's just happening. It's, speed running that entire process. So it's like everything starts super custom and having to build these crazy custom workflows. And then it's like 2 weeks later, they're like packaged up into these templates that anybody can use, and from here, I think you're going to see like, there'll almost be assets in this kind of secondary creative market where it's just, and I think Runway's doing this with like being able to turn workflows into apps, where you're going to start to see like people, and I guess Midjourney's already done this with like, or you see this with like sref codes. Like I've paid for like, these basically indexes of sref codes for Midjourney. Dude, that's sick.
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
It's really neat.
Yeah, and I think you'll just see more and more of that. But it's interesting to see. It's like all the same patterns, but they're just happening at like 10x the speed.
Right. Yeah. It's so I found the post. It's Korea is giving away $5,000 in prizes if you introduce to them the best Node app. So I don't know the full details. So yeah, anyone interested can go in and search for that.
Yeah, good call.
Neat.
Cool stuff happening everywhere.
Yep. And I asked Grok, right? So it was like, what's the big deal, right? And catch me up with this whole OpenAI. What's so special about OpenAI 1.5 image model? GPT Image 1.5, up to 4 times faster generation, better prompt adherence and instruction following, precise editing, improved text rendering and realism, 20% cheaper API costs than predecessor. So,
which is great because anybody who sort of saw the the credits required to run GPT stuff in the past, in these platforms like Flora or Fuser, it was like 10x what you would see for other models. So yeah, that definitely needed to come way down.
yeah. And I can't forget to mention that, Patrick, did you look into like the whole Disney making a deal with like OpenAI, and did you read on that?
Not really. Like we talked about it a little bit on the Think podcast, and it was kind of interesting because there was someone in the comments who was really focused on like, this is good for the brand, good brand exposure. And I think we kind of got two different sides of it, because Jesse was talking a lot about like how it affects the IP of the characters, when everybody can make your character say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Then now that could hurt your connection with the characters. That hurt, like if I go see a movie and I just saw Spider-Man flipping people off and drinking Mountain Dew or something, and then I go see the movie, now I'm like, okay, well, I got all these different ideas of what Spider-Man is in my head.
Yeah, it kind of destroys like the idea of like a canon, right? It's just like blown wide open.
There has to be some sort of restrictions, right? So like if they're licensing these characters, I mean, you have to, where do you draw the line? It was like, this is only can be social content, short form, no theatrical releases cannot be included. And this can't be a feature film or anything like that. Because I immediately think of how open Disney was to like, and this is going back to my like early parenting days of watching all these YouTubers just create all these little skits with like Disney plushes and Disney characters, and without facing any backlash or like copyright infringement. And they were like open about it, right? Toys reviews, Disney toy reviews, adults dressing as like Disney characters and playing out these like weird scenes on YouTube. And Disney was like completely fine because that's like boosts sales up. So is it going to be that kind of thing? Or is it going to be like, no, you're able to, like, someone generates, that's automatically uploaded on Disney Plus, and my kid can actually watch what's made without it being like filtered or moderated or curated by like Disney's internal team? Like, I'm curious how that's going to look like. But I'm reading here, Disney and OpenAI announced a major December 2025 partnership. Disney invests $1 billion in OpenAI, licenses 200 plus characters, Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, for use in Sora AI video generator. So I guess this is solely for the app, maybe for short user prompt videos. Okay, starting 2026, some curated videos on Disney Plus, 3-year deal with 1 year less exclusivity, includes guardrails, no voices, likenesses. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, dude, the thing that's really interesting to me about that, and maybe this is like, it's just in like the language they're using, but the idea that Disney is paying OpenAI to have their characters featured, I would think it would be the other way around, where OpenAI is paying Disney $1 billion. But I also don't know if I could see them saying like, we're going to allow you to do this, and this is the equivalent of like us making $1 billion investment. Like it's $1 billion in like licensing rights, but it makes no sense to me that Disney would pay $1 billion to OpenAI. I would think it would be like the other way around.
Yeah,
because that's like your premium IP, and you're just like, I would think that like OpenAI would be the one like footing the bill for that. So that's really interesting to me.
They're probably getting some sort of access to technology, testing it out for that year, and then 2027, 28, Disney has its own like generating, platform where you can do your own thing inside their own tool,
Yep.
Then OpenAI is out of the picture or very minimal involvement. That's what I think.
OpenAI is giving them access to the AGI they have keep behind closed doors to
Oh yeah,
produce new Disney movies.
no doubt.
They need something, bro, because creative's struggling over there.
It's tough.
Yeah.
We got some reaction videos, huh?
Yeah, I got something to show you guys. So, really dope piece I came across. We've been kind of wrapping up the live streams with kind of music videos and reacting to old stuff. But this was an AI piece that I just thought was so well done. And wanted to share with you guys. Let me get my screens arranged real quick here. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I had trouble in the past sharing audio way, so I might need to send this to you. Let me try really quick and see if the audio comes through for you guys. You get that audio?
No.
Here, let me
send it over.
Let me shoot you the link and have you share on your side, because you magically know how to share audio and I do not. Send this over in our Slack thread. This was a piece that just kind of came up in my YouTube algorithm, and I'll talk more about it afterwards, but I think it does such a good job of creating an AI piece that feels like very human and almost like ancient in an interesting way. And I think it's sort of like resonating with a larger audience because of that. But yeah, let it run. Can't wait to see what you guys think of it.
All right. Yeah, love that.
Right up your alley, right, Sway?
Yeah, straight up.
Right, but it feels like the thing I love about it, I mean, there's some wild stuff, but there's also like so much kind of restraint shown, right? Like it's such a simple concept. It feels like this just like interpreted dance that you would see at like, some avant-garde ballet,
right?
But using these very interesting AI characters outfitted in like, I don't even know what the kind of references or time period is, but it's like fashion show meets interpretive dance meets AI piece, and I think they just absolutely killed it. The signal sent to the unknown and held the future.
And I think there's a little delay to the live stream, but are all the steps kind of in time too?
Yeah. Yep. It's not like super tight in sync, but it feels like, people sort of doing the dance together, but maybe they're not a professional dance squad.
No, that's tight.
Pretty good jam too. Just even the like props and set pieces, like they've really curated this world and everything has a similar feel to it.
Yeah. I'm very curious how they build that out. How much art direction was involved and how much of it was just letting the model just generate stuff.
Yep.
We got to do a version of this with our punks.
Yeah. The punk dance.
The punk dance.
Yeah, this is really sweet. Because like you said, it's like it's so different, but it's cohesive. So you're just in it.
Yep.
Very good. Loved it.
Imagine being able to
Yeah, what
build
was the name of that artist, Sway?
Kelly Boesch.
Boesch AI art. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Boesch. Great stuff. So it looks like she has some info here. Saffron and Smoke, a Monday morning dance party at the Spice Market. I have no idea. Was playing around with style reference codes in Midjourney last night and really loved the contrast of these characters on the black background with these beautiful muted colors. The images reminded me of some kind of international market in like Morocco, so I came up with this song using Suno to go with it. Animated using VO3. Sweet.
Boom. Well done, Kelly. Yeah, beautiful
Well
piece.
done.
What the views? Over 700,000 views on there too. So
700,000 views. Yeah.
Nice
more.
piece of content there.
Yep. Just a great channel too. Yeah, she's very consistent with her whimsical, almost claymation, or more like photorealistic.
Very
would you call it?
textural, you know?
Yeah, non-photorealistic. Yeah, very textural. Yeah, it has that. Yeah, smooth, hyper-realistic characters.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Love it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for showing that. Great, guys. Are we doing anything special next week? Are we going to do a life space? I don't think so, right? It's
Christmas Day is Wednesday, so we'll definitely be off.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hopefully stone cold chilling. I want to just like relax and not think about work for a week. So I'm looking forward to just like having a little bit of a breather and hanging out. And hopefully, I'm sure that will equate to like experimenting with tools and making things I want to make versus things like I need to make. So I'm stoked for like the next show we do, because I bet we'll all go away for a week and then come back with all sorts of crazy new stuff.
Oh yeah. And maybe by then Patrick will probably figure it out. What was it?
The album cover.
The album cover that you were working on.
We'll have the Gucci Mane album cover
Gucci
locked
Mane,
in.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you're muted, Patrick.
There we go. So I went on a tangent. I'll just show you guys where I went while we were. I made my Christmas card.
You got an AK? What you got in there?
There you go.
So I got to get these out quick. There's not much time,
Not much time. Print it on a shirt. Let's go.
Yeah.
Giveaway.
Right.
Nice work, Patrick.
Love it. Oh man, came out badass. Sweet.
There you have it.
Great. Well, it was nice chatting with you guys, talking about art, these tools, and the things that we're finding on the internet. It's never a boring day. And like you, Johnny and Patrick, I'm just going to be straight up chilling, disconnecting for a bit, spending some time with the kiddos. They get, Friday? It's their last day of school, so for the rest of the year. And, spend
Christmas
time with some
break,
family.
baby, man. Yeah, I want to take my own Christmas break, so let's do that.
Yeah, take it. You deserve it. In the meantime, let's get some work done. End the week hard. And glad we had a chance to talk about Flora today, because we'll be doing more exploring of that. And
lots more Flora to come.
Yep. Cool. All right.
Peace.
We're out of here.
Quick PSA: if you have Suno, run those credits.
Ooh. Good call, Patrick.
You are going to have a very different model and very different rules.
That's what I'm going to be doing over break.
So
I'm going to be I'm going to be using up those Suno credits, and like I feel like I have starts on like 3 different albums and 3 different genres. So
Dude, just rip through it.
Is there an
call, Patrick.
alternative
Yeah.
to like Suno, like an Udio? Is there like an alternative now, or like are people just gonna stop generating, or they're just going to like abide to these new rules and just?
I think it'll get pushed back for a minute. I don't know that anyone can step into that space because of the copyright restrictions. So I think we'll see it get pushed back, and then we'll see kind of like what the new models look like. I don't know. It'd be weird, but I don't think it'll ever be like this. So run those credits and
see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Thanks for that.
Good call.
All right, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
Right on. Merry Christmas, y'all.
And Happy New Year. Bye.
That's right.